Okay, so if this doesn't work for you, you can go to ClassLink. Okay, so if the URL doesn't load, if the password email return doesn't return to you, we want you to try the ClassLink method. And if you're getting the 404 page, then it may be because you are not in ClassLink with a roster. So we're going to ask that you try this route with cattleschools.instructure.com. Okay, please try that. Last but not least, there was a link that was placed in the chat prior to me logging off and logging back on. If there are account issues still, if there are account login issues still, yes ma'am, I will post it. We're going to ask that you please submit those to us. Let us resolve it. You heard me say we were doing that during lunch. You're going to go to the Canvas app. If you're logged into ClassLink, you're going to go to the Canvas app. If you don't see the Canvas app, then you're going to have to go the other way because it won't let you add the Canvas app because of the way it's set up. It's single sign-on and it has to be added by IT. So we're going to ask that you please, please, please be patient with us. We are serving about, with admin staff and special ed and 504 and all those other service providers, we are trying to serve about 3,000 employees amongst the 7 instructional, 8 if you include the one that's in IT, 8 instructional technologists, and that is a very unbalanced load. So we would appreciate your patience as we work them out. We have staff working on that as we are teaching. Please be patient with us. So again, I'm going to get started at 1:15, and I'm going to say again, if you can't get in, please use the link. For those of you that have joined us and have logged in, you should be looking at your dashboard and you should see 2 courses. You should see Growing with Canvas and you should see your sandbox. You should see Growing with Canvas and you should see your sandbox, okay? I'll address the free account holders at the end of the session. All right, Growing with Canvas and Sandbox. Those are the 2 courses. Those are the 2 courses that we're looking at today. I want to make sure that we're all in the right URL and we're in the Cattle Schools Instructure area. So you'll know you're there because you'll have the Cattle O, Apple O, and the panel on the side is a light blue instead of that dark gray that's on the free side. You won't have all the extra, you'll have a to-do list area and a coming up area, but you won't have all this extra. But you also have that link to the virtual help desk up at the top. It is going to be a global announcement that will remain there until we can troubleshoot all of the account issues. The platform went live, which means it was supposed to fully integrate into the JCampus system. And if the JCampus system was fully integrated without errors, it went live midnight last night. It was supposed to go live earlier where we would have time to troubleshoot before this morning. We did not anticipate that the ticket wouldn't be worked until midnight. But we're ahead of schedule because this wasn't supposed to happen until Monday. So that gives us a time to work out issues. You got that one? Okay. All right. If your bar on the left is gray, I want you to come up here where I've highlighted. You have Canvas up there, .instructure.com. It should say cattleschools.instructure.com. That is the difference between the 2. You may want to change that and try to log in again, please. It's probably trying to redirect because you may have been there before working, but that is the difference between the 2. The Canvas login file, the ClassLink login file, I'm going to put it in the chat, My advice to you would be to click on it so that it will download and you'll have your own copy. I'm putting that file in right now. Please click on it, download it so that you have your own copy right now. Okay? All right. We're going to get started now. The Canvas is Growing with Canvas course is where we'll be walking you through today. It has a gardening theme. So when you get into the course, you'll see some pictures with planting, nurturing, sprouting, flowering, and harvesting. On your dashboard, again, you have this Growing with Canvas class, and you have your sandbox, which is unpublished because it's an area for you to work in and practice, and the area where you complete the activities that you turn in here. Please correct your URL manually. I'm going to proceed. If I don't get you, please submit it in the link. I can't say that enough, guys. I cannot say it enough. We're going into the Growing with Canvas course, and you'll see the pictures that describe the theme that I was talking about. You can click and go into what we call the modules here, or you can click the pictures and go into the modules there. Pictures or words, all right? Let's go into the introduction because there are some pieces there that I want to go over with you. We're going to go into the reviewing the course details. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and read everything on this screen. I just want to point out to you where it says the time needed. Each module does contain about an hour worth of reading and or videos. However, if you've been working in Canvas already, it may not take you that long. We did prepare a pacing guide, whereas if you dedicated about 4 hours, they do not have to be consecutive hours. You can, take breaks throughout the day. You could get this completed within a week. Okay, you can get this class, this course, these modules completed within a week. So I don't want you to freak out, oh God, I'm gonna be tied to a computer all day long. Nobody asked you to sit there all day and complete this. If that is your choosing, then go for it. You can do it. But we are asking you to take time each day so that you don't get overwhelmed. What I am going to do today is take you through module 1, planting, and show you how to go through a module. All right, if you go next on the second page, I've talked about the theme course. Your sandbox is empty right now. The sandbox is just a workspace. It's just an area where you have a blank course where you can work. When your courses are pulled over from JCampus, then you will also have blank courses, but they will have names on them that are pulling from the master schedule from JCampus, okay? Got to clear that. Give me a second while I clear from last session. All right, so now we have a clean sandbox. All right, so word to the wise, take your tab where you're Growing with Canvas is, and you're going to duplicate it so you have one tab that has the Growing with Canvas course. And then if you duplicate that by right-clicking and going down to duplicate, you end up with another tab that you can actually move to your sandbox. The way you move to your sandbox is click Courses and then click your sandbox, okay? So you're gonna have, and you'll get there Mine is doing something weird because of all the stuff I have going on here. But you can also click your dashboard if you get this error and click on your sandbox there. But the point is, it works best if you have two tabs open because you can work in one and turn in the other. You can work in one and turn in the other, okay? All right. Another thing I want to emphasize is you have course activities here, and those course activities are signified by a leaf. When you see this green leaf, that leaf signifies an action item, something for you to do, something for you to complete in order to complete the module and earn a badge, okay? The badges look like so. Each module has a badge. So when you get done in planting, you get this badge and so forth and so on. It will remind you when you get to the end of, in the learning plans at the very beginning, which I will show you what badge you're earning and what it's made up of. Okay. How do I turn things in to a module? How do I show proof? If there are action items, and it says some of these could be assignments, they could be discussion items that you have to respond and post something, or it could be quizzes. Now the quizzes are not hard at all. They're only 5 questions each until you get to the last completing the course, and it's only 10 questions, okay? It's only 10 questions. But again, it's signified by a leaf here, and then you complete that a lot of times by turning things in. So I'm moving down here. Some of the activities will require you to take a screenshot and do a file upload. That is one of the things I'm going to walk you through. The easiest way to do that on a Windows machine is the easiest way for you to do that is to use a program on the Windows side called Snipping Tool. It has evolved on some operating systems to snip in Sketch. I'm going to show you that now. So if you're following me in your Sandbox course, please click takeascreenshot.org. And it's going to lead you to a web page that walks you through on every operating system as to how to take a screenshot. If you're a Mac user, it will tell you that on the Mac side, okay? All right. We're going to go all the way down. And we're going to see the snipping tool. And I want to remind you that that snipping tool can also be snip and sketch. Snip and sketch. So if you go to the snipping tool and you open it and it says this has been renamed, or this is upgraded to snip and sketch, they both do the same thing. That's the same program. So I'm going to show you how to find that easily. Find it easily is what I'm saying. So we're going to go to the window at the bottom corner. We're going to the window in the bottom corner. That's where I need you. I need everybody that's following me to go to the window at the bottom corner and type snip. And what Windows does when you just type is it turns into a search box and it actually finds the program. I don't know why it's not responding now, but I'm gonna try it again. There we go. Okay. Once you type snip, it's going to, all right, so I've got the snipping tool. I'm gonna do that again. Click the window, type snip. Snipping tool appears. I click snipping tool, and the program is just a little bar right there. That's all you see is that little bar. Now, you're going to use this little bar. I haven't shown it yet, Miss Christine. I'm about to show it now, though. I'll show it when I get to the module. We haven't shown it yet. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to click where it says the module, I think it's 1 point, you're gonna go into your planting course, if you would, go into your planting course at this point. So if you would go back here and do next. So we were here, I've gone through how to take a screenshot, how to get the program, and now we're gonna actually work through the module and eventually we'll get to where we take the screenshot. So these are just pieces of information to help you in Canvas, okay? You can read that on your own. Also, I want to point out that my view is going to be different from your view, all right? I am in the teacher view of this course, all right? You are in the student view of this course. I will switch over to the student view because a lot of you as teachers need to know how to go into the student view, unlike when we had Google Classroom where you had to use a student's credentials to see what it looked like as a student, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to go over to modules because we need to get out of the 0 module and go to the planting, which is 1 module, all right? So I clicked modules and I'm going to the planting module, and I want to look at the planting learning plan. Each one of your modules lays out the little agenda. It's called the learning plan to tell you exactly what you're going to do. Why am I going through all this? Because the modules, and you'll get to see it when I go to the next one, the modules are set up such that they are prerequisites of one another. So no, you cannot skip around. You must go in sequential order. You could set your courses up the same way. When you get to building modules, and you'll find this out when you go through the Growing with Canvas course, there's a little checkbox that says prerequisites, and you can set what is indeed a prerequisite for the next activity or module in the course. So in this module, we're learning about the dashboard, the profile and settings, the notification settings, conversations, and the Canvas inbox. Please understand when they say conversations, they're not referring to the discussion tool, they're referring to the inbox. The inbox is like the Google Classroom, and I can't remember what the term they refer to it as, but the feedback, like when you would send a message to your class and stream, or if you would send a message and stream to one individual student, that is similar to the Canvas inbox. Any type of feedback or messages you send to your students or they send to you, they go to the Canvas inbox. That inbox is not another email account that is tied to your email account. It is also tied to the student's email account, which leads me to, yes, students will have email this year in Caddo Parish. It also gives you a calendar overview. And then we get to the action items. The action items, again, are signified by a green leaf. Remember, we have this thematic course here. So gardening, how cute, green leaf, and that lets you know I have something to do, okay? So let's go into 1.2, and I will go through this quickly. So no, we will not watch the videos, but you'll get to see the workflow of working through a module. So they have like the intro, let you know, a little information about where you're going. They have a video. None of these videos are over 7 minutes. Most of them are between like 4 and 6. There is one that's over 6 minutes in the modules. And then you have the summary of what you should have gleaned from this video, okay? I'm turning my volume down because I don't want to disturb you. I know the jazz I was trying to give you prior to coming on was loud, so I don't want to do that to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrub this video so that we can get through it, so that it signifies to Canvas that I'm done with this section. Thank you. And then again, this is just an overview of what you should have gotten from the section, but always under digging deeper are Canvas guides. Under Digging Deeper are Canvas guides. And these Canvas guides are one-pagers. I'm not signed in. I'm sorry, I'm not signed in, y'all. But they're one-pagers, and I will sign in, so I can get in there. But I don't want to take your time signing in. Okay. So these guides are from Canvas, and they're just one-pagers that walk you through the topic at hand. So this would be a dashboard guide. Let's click next. Okay, we're just moving through. Again, we have to tell Canvas, hey, I'm watching this video, I'm done, all right? And then here is the summary of that, other guides. Is this where I want? No, it's the next one. I will log in to show you this one, because this one I get my most emails from, because people start getting annoyed by the notifications that they receive, okay? All right, so if you start getting a bunch of emails from people that are students in your classes, or you're gonna get notifications because you're responding to a discussion question and others are as well, then you want to modify your notification settings, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and log in so that you can see this notification guide, because we really need to show you this one. All right, moving right along, because we're getting to where we need to turn something in really soon. I believe it's the next one. And anybody want to tell me how I knew I was going to do something in this next one? By chat? How did I know? Yes, thank you, Miss King. How did I know? This leaf right here. Thank you, Miss Hall. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This leaf signifies an action item. Now, this is the teacher view. I'm going to switch to student view. So if you'll pay attention, I'm showing you how to switch to the student view in any course. Watch me, don't follow me, just take note as to how to switch to the student view. Again, watch me, don't follow me, okay? So in any course, if you ever need that you are the teacher of, this is not it because you're a student in this one, but any course that you are the teacher of, you're gonna click home and then move to the right side panel when it decides to load. And about 4 or 5 buttons down, you will see the button that says Student View. Okay. And I'm sorry, 6 buttons down. Student View. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want you to see it the way you're looking. I want my view to be your view. Okay. All right, that's gonna load, and now things will look like you see them. So I'm going back into planting, and I'm headed straight to 1.5 as soon as it loads. Now the view will look similar, and Ms. Robinson, I'm about to show you in the rest of the class exactly how to turn stuff in with the screenshot. All right, so in this action item, it is respecting the fact that you have gone through 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and you know how to do these tasks. I'm sorry, 1.3, 1.4. So it's going to ask you to show proof of that. Now, I have already submitted my proof, but I'm going to do it again so you can see what that looks like. At least I thought I was. Don't let me resubmit because I see attempt 1, but I do not see how I can do attempt 2. Well, isn't that just lovely? Can I take this out? All right, this must be a 1 attempt type quiz. All right, well, I'll show you from the teacher point of view, no worries. You just know that you'll have to put it down here by clicking the paperclip. So down here for you, you don't see this. You see a big paperclip, and before you see a paperclip, you see a little drop down. It says either text or file. We will always use file, okay? We'll always use file. Let's see if I can was trying to see what kind of submission I had. Hold on. I'm supposed to have unlimited. I do have unlimited. Don't know what's going on, but no worries. I'll keep it moving. Here we go. So it's asking us to change our profile picture. So we have to use one of our other tabs to take the screenshot. What is the program's name? I saw one gentleman tell us the name that it evolved to on some of the machines, okay? With the update, thank you. All right, but those of you that didn't update, it's going to say another name. So there are two names of this program. Anybody want to tell me one name? The program for screenshots is what I'm asking about. Thank you, Ms. King. I appreciate you. It is called the snipping tool. And the way we access that is by clicking the window and typing snip. Again, if you have an updated version of your operating system, it might be snip and sketch, but those two are the same thing. If I use this program, this is all I'm going to get. But I want you to know that you can keep this down here, at least for this course. Thank you, Ms. Hall. That's right, or snip and sketch. Or you can keep this down here by right-clicking on it and clicking pin to toolbar, because I already have mine pinned. That way you're not always looking for it, because that little bar can get lost sometimes, okay? So again, I'm going to right-click on the program and click pin to taskbar. Mine is already pinned. That's why it says unpinned. Yours will say pin. All right. That keeps that program handy down there in the taskbar here. That's what this bar is called, where the little icons are. And now we're going to go and grab the pictures of what we need. So they're asking us to upload a profile picture. Consider another way to be contacted. That's a phone number for text messages or another personal email. No, the children can't see your personal cell phone. This is just for Canvas to notify you. They can't see your personal email. It's just for Canvas to notify you and to adjust your notifications so that you're not being annoyed by excessive emails from Canvas, okay? All right, so here we go. What we're going to do first is we're going back to our sandbox. Now, I've moved away from mine, but I'm going back by going to courses and clicking on my sandbox. So again, one tab to do the work, one tab to turn in the work, okay? They first ask us again to upload a profile picture. So I'm going here. I have watched the video and read the stuff. So I know to do that, I come over here. I click settings. And I come to the area where my picture is, and there's a pencil. I click the pencil. I can upload a picture I already have, or I can take a picture with my webcam, or I can use what they call a Gravatar, which is a product of, it's a partnership between Canvas and this company, and we really need your picture so that the students and parents, especially the parents, because the students will see you before the parents do, know who you are. So I advise you to use these two. I've gotten questions about, well, can I use my Bitmoji avatar? Fine with me, but you want to use something that resembles you, okay? You want to use something that resembles you. This is not Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram where you can just put a flower or something, okay? Please try to let people know who you are, all right? So what we're gonna do now, after we've done our picture, we're going back and get the instructions for the next round of what we're doing, and that is consider adding an additional way to be contacted, additional email or cell phone number. So I'm going to that area, and that area is right over here to your right. I've already added my additional email. You can add your personal email there if you want another way. It's just like not a forward, but a mirror. So you would get an email in Caddo and an email in your personal. Some people don't check their Caddo email with, you know, consistently, and they like it going to their personal. If that's you, fine, you know, do you. But another way is that you can have the text messages sent to your phone, and that's done by clicking plus contact method and adding your phone, and the carrier that they're asking for is your cell phone carrier. So now that I've done that, let's go back and get the last thing, and that's adjusting your notifications, okay? So we're going to go back, and notifications is the first thing here. It's a huge page. It does remind you that your weekly notifications are sent Saturday. It went very fast. Saturday from 4 to 6. So if you choose weekly, which is this option, that's this option, that's the little calendar, you're going to get that all at one time, all of them. The email's going to be a mile. You're going to be scrolling, probably at the end of a week. If you choose that option in certain areas, and you'll get it on Saturday between 4 and 6. Some of these things you do need to know, you know, more frequently than once a week. So choose wisely, all right? You may not have this column. I've tied my cell phone in, so I have a new column now for cell number, and I can choose what to turn on and what to turn off, okay? But notify me right away is the check, send daily summary. This is weekly, and don't send me anything are the choices. So now, class, we are going to take a screenshot as proof that we have done the work. This is going to take 2 screenshots because they ask for notifications and they ask for things on the other side where your profile picture is. Let's go ahead and take this one first since we're here. So we need the snipping tool. You want the window snip, okay? And as soon as you click window snip, it's ready to take your snip. So you hover over the window that you want to snip and you just click it. It's a hand, you just click it, and then it turns into this. That is the snip of it. You're going to save. Your school on the app is Caddo Schools all together, no .org. You do not look for your individual school, you look for Caddo Schools. And now I'm gonna save this snip. You see I already have them here. So I save this as Capture One, click Save, and put it somewhere where you can find it. Please, you know, don't put it in downloads and you're a digital hoarder like me and then you're looking for it. Put it somewhere where you can find it. You know, I wouldn't put it on my desktop because the more icons you have on your desktop, the slower your computer can get. So put it somewhere where you can find it and you can delete it after because you won't need this anymore. All right, so we're gonna save it. I'm gonna hit cancel because I already have it. I'm gonna close this box. And then I'm gonna go and get the other snip of what they asked for, which was the profile picture and the other way of contact. I need the snipping tool. I'm gonna do new because I already have it in window mode. So now I can just do new, point to it. I've got the snip. I'm going to save, put it somewhere I can find it. Oh, there it is. And save it. Okay, I already have it. So I can close. All right, now it's time to turn in. Now again, I'm in the teacher view. I tried to turn in on the student side, but because I have turned in, it's showing those pictures. So I can't replace them. Once it's turned in, it's turned in. I don't know why it's not giving me another attempt. I'm gonna go back to the student side to show you what that looks like, and I'm gonna walk you through how you turn it in. okay? So in the student view, which is what you have, you're gonna go down to the bottom and there's an attempt 1 tab. You're gonna drop down the little arrow and select file. Once you drop down the little arrow and select file, again, I can't show you this. You have to follow me, me telling you verbal instructions because mine is already turned in as a student. Again, those directions are go down to the bottom under attempt 1, drop down the drop down menu, go to file. You're gonna click the paper clip, find the snippets that you snipped. You can select more than one at a time by holding down the shift key. And then you're going to click, if it's not upload, it's submit. Oh, it's upload. And then after the green circle stops circling and you see the little thumbnail, you hit submit. It'll give you a little wait time to try your best to take care of that. So when I went back as a student, I noticed at the end, I have the option to do a new attempt. It's not down at the bottom, it's at the top. So now I can show you how to turn it in. So I click this new attempt because I set this assignment to be unlimited. So this is my attempt 2. And I'm gonna choose one, file. I did click file. There we go. Here's that big paper clip I was telling you about. And if I wanted more than one, I'm holding down the shift key or the control key. Shift key is fine. And I'm clicking open. Both files are gonna open, and I said green, they're orange. I'm gonna hit submit. And it's gonna give you a thumbnail probably. I'm getting this weird, huge, like broken link action here, but you should get a thumbnail. And then I'm gonna hit submit. And you'll notice that it did take, I don't know why I didn't get it the first time, but here are my submissions. Here's image 1, and here's image 2. So you've gotten the first part of module 1 done, if you were following me. Okay? All right, we have 1.6 conversations in the Canvas inbox. Remember, when we're talking about conversations, we're talking about the Canvas inbox, not discussions. That's a common misconception. I'm gonna scrub through this video because we can't go on unless Canvas recognizes that you have watched the video. Now we can click next, and the next module should open for you. This is the only module I'm walking with you on. The rest of them work the same way. I'm going to highlight a few things that you should know about the other modules and then take questions on that Google link that I ask you to put specific questions into, okay? All right, this next one is the calendar overview. Now, you have an action item coming up related to the calendar. Okay, you have an action item coming up related to the calendar. So I need you to pay attention in this video. The calendar is awesome. It is much more in depth than the Google Calendar because it has 3 layers. One layer, let me get my spotlight tool here. One layer allows you to schedule. Okay, that it allows you to schedule and allow students to sign up for appointments. Okay, the other layer is just simply a calendar layer where you put appointments on your personal calendar layer, and then the other layer will allow you to assign things, so you can actually put assignments on the calendar. Okay, so you'll find that out when you dig into this video, but the next action item is related to the calendar. So please, please, please look at that. I know you're going to look at it because you can't go past it unless you look at it. But for your personal use, that scheduler, if you had tutoring or parent conferencing and you used to use a Google form for sign up or the clipboard on the door outside the classroom, you have a way where you can schedule that in the calendar. This plus sign right here brings out a console. This is my screenshot. I've already turned this in, but it brings out a console that gives you 3 options for scheduling. Okay. And I see it's a little 1 after 2, and I would take the time to dig in there, but I promise you, it's not going to be a waste of your time to look at the calendar in detail, because it's going to be a lifesaver for you in this virtual hybrid world that we're in. Okay. All right. Moving right along, for those of you that want to follow me, what you can do is you can go to your sandbox. Okay, so on that other tab, click on courses, go to the, this only have 1 course. Oh, because I'm in the student view. Go to the sandbox there. And then once you get to the sandbox, you're going to click on your calendar. And you can just take a picture, take a snippet of this and turn it in without doing the actual activity. And then you can come back to it if you want to, because I know that it's probably not going to let you go on without submitting something. Okay. Those of you that don't want to do that, just follow along with me. You'll be fine. We're almost done. The next action item is a quiz, and I just want to show you how simple the quizzes are for you. Now, I know I have some people out there that have been on the free side of Canvas, and you've seen this or you've done YouTube research on your own. That is absolutely fine, and we applaud you for doing your self-research and expanding your knowledge in other ways. You've done Bitmoji scenes. That is an awesome sauce, absolutely wonderful, great. But the Growing with Canvas class really digs into every component, leaves no stone unturned, okay? So I'll just show you. I've already taken the quiz as many times as I've delivered this in service, so I'm gonna take it again. So this is your quiz, 5 easy questions, unlimited attempts. It is being checked with SpeedGrader. Yes, you can do the same thing on your class. You have a lot more choices of question types in quizzes. And yes, we do have the new Canvas quiz. You'll find out the difference between quizzes and new Canvas quizzes. It's all about the question types, okay? But we do have the new Canvas quiz model in our Canvas instance in Caddo. Okay, the passage score is 4 out of 5, but you have unlimited attempts. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna quickly do that quiz. Here in this question, I'm gonna go on and tell you the Enable Web Services. If you miss it in the video, they're talking about tying in your Microsoft 365 privileges. That is available for staff, not students, and tying in your Google Drive. All right. And so now I've done this module, and just to tell you, show you what happens when you finish a module, it goes through the whole badging process, and that's the next screen that you're going to see after you hit next. It gives you your score, and then you hit next, and then there's this little circle that goes around, and then now I'm the teacher, so it may not happen for me, but for you, after the circle, this is how I created the badge, sorry. After the circle on the neck, you won't see this page, you will not see this page. You'll get the submit badge evidence page from the student side, and then there's a little green circle that circles, and then voila, your planting badge will have a green box. green check on it in the box, okay? So what I'm trying to demonstrate is that it happens automatically, okay? You don't have to call us. And those of you that have done it on the free side, what I've discovered, and you're sending me those screenshots, what I've discovered is when I take your evidence from the free side and I grant your badge, it goes to Badger. So you don't get to see it under badges in Canvas, but it is in your Badger account. So you do get credit on the Caddo side. It's just, I can't push it to the Caddo side if you did it on the free side, but it is in your Badger account, okay? All right, let's look at two other things within the modules that I need to point your attention to because we joined Canvas in the midst of an upgrade. Some of the terminology is not going to match up with what you see from the module view and the actual instance view. So I want you to look at, I'm trying to find it here, the rich content editor does not look like it looks in the videos and in the documents that are under Digging Deeper. I'm going to show you what the rich content editor actually looks like in our upgraded version, okay? The way I show you that is by editing this assignment. I'm sorry, this page. And I'm just going to show you what the rich content editor actually looks like. It's not a panel on the right-hand side. In the videos, they will illustrate the rich content editor to you as though it's a panel that pops out on the right-hand side that has images, files, and links. Okay, it will, in the videos and help documents, again, it will pop out like it has a panel that pops out on the right-hand side. However, in our version, which was upgraded early summer, the rich content editor is all of this information here. And for those of you that want to do raw HTML coding for embedding and other purposes, that tool is here. And if you wanted to check your content for ADA compliance, here's the accessibility checker here, okay? If you ever wanted to do, you're a keyboard shortcut person, that's what this is. You can click that and that'll show you all the keyboard shortcuts if you're a keyboard shortcut person, okay? So again, the rich content editor is no longer a panel, a separate panel that flies out to the right. It is going from this area all the way to the right, including the plug that has the integrated apps that can go in this box, okay? And those apps that go in this box are for information resource purposes. They are not actually part of the assignment. Please go through your modules so that you know the difference between using something in this plug and using something that's actually a part of the assignments, specifically Google assignments, cloud assignments, third-party things like YouTube, not YouTube, I'm sorry, Khan Academy and things of that sort, okay? All right. Let me cancel that and move on. So that's one crisscross in what you see in the modules and what's actually in the Canvas instance of Caddo. Another one is the ARC video tool. The ARC video tool is not referred to as that in the platform. It is referred to as the media recorder. Please make a note. The ARC video tool is the media recorder tool. Okay, I'm going to show you that. It's right here. The ARC video tool is actually the media recorder tool. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm not going to play the video. You can do that on your own time. But turn this off again. is plugged in right now. Okay. I would have to re-sign in. I'm not going to waste your time. You shouldn't have this problem if you're signed in. It will never ask you to request a resource. If it is asking you to request a resource, please sign back in. I don't want to waste your time signing back in, but the ARC video tool basically is something that built into Canvas that allows you to record videos for feedback purposes, for a teacher welcome video, those pre-recorded teaching videos, because nobody from Teacher Technology expects or told you to stand in front of Zoom for 7 hours of instruction. That is cruel and unusual punishment. You should have a blend of resources from other places, pre-recorded videos of yourself, as well as live Zoom lessons. That is called synchronous as well as asynchronous instruction, okay? So the ARC video tool helps you make that stuff, all right? It helps you make that stuff. I love you too, John. I ain't said that. I did not say that. Okay. Now, going back to the ARC video tool in your sandbox, I'm going to create one so that you can see how that is created. All right. We're going here, back to my sandbox. And I'm going to just create one on a welcome page. Let's say I'm going to use this video to welcome my students to my physics class, okay? All right, so I'm not doing an assignment. I'm just going to do a page here, clicking pages. All right, so add the page. I'm just going to call this my welcome page. On this page, I'm going to show you an example of one. I could have put things like, come on, courses, you can do it. Come on, come on, come on. I could have welcomed my students with a picture of myself, told them who I am, how to communicate with me, what I expect from them. So instead of me having just this picture and welcoming them with just this one message, I'm going to replace that with an actual video, okay? All right, here we go. So my welcome page, here is the media recording tool. Let me highlight that for you. Here's the media recording tool right here. This is what they were referring to when they called it the ARC video tool. You will find this not only here, but when you're speed grading and you want to record a nice, oh, great job, student. Keep up the good work. You can do that. Your feedback can be audio, it could be a movie, short little snip of yourself, or you can text to speech. You can dictate your feedback. If you're high school, you got 100+ students, instead of typing that feedback, you can dictate that feedback, and it's very accurate. It's more accurate than Siri, in my opinion, and I love me some Siri. Okay, so this is the ARC video tool that I was speaking of right here. All right, so I'm going to use that now. So we're going to click here. And this upload record media is the media recording tool. Click it. I want to go to record. I have a choice as to whether I want to use video or whether I want to use a mic. All right. So I'm going to keep this video rolling. I'm going to start. It's because my camera's muted on Zoom. Okay. So we're going to start. Count you down. Welcome to the 2021 school year and physics with Ms. Grimion. We hope that you have a great time this year. I know that this is a different learning model for you, but we're going to get through it together. All right. I always give my videos a title so that I can find it in my files section later if I need it. And I see that this video is not centered, so I'm going to use this tool right here to center it. If I were actually building a page, for time's sake, I'm not going to build the entire page. And now I'm going to save and publish. The reason why I'm going to save and publish is because I'm about to make this my home page. The reason why I'm taking you through making a home page is because that's an action item with a leaf in your modules, okay? So I'm saving and publishing, and I'm going to walk you through how to make it a home page. Okay, so after you make your page, whether that's your Bitmoji cute little scene, and let me pause right there. You should not have to pay for a Bitmoji scene. If you're not paying for a graphic, and I wouldn't do that. It's too much free commons stuff out there for you to use to pay for something. My point is, we have technologists that can help you build a Bitmoji scene. Please do not pay for that unless you just absolutely got it like that. Please do not pay for a Bitmoji scene. I'm not trying to crash anybody's second revenue hustle, but it's just, that just doesn't make any sense to me when you can YouTube it. Okay. Now we're going to go to view all pages, because I got to get to my hot dogs, my snowman. The 3 dots is what I'm referring to. So when all my pages pop up, at the end of the lines, you're going to see the 3 dots, similar to the Google 3 dots. You're going to see the 3 dots there. Some people call it the snowman. Some people call it the hot dogs. We click there, and you must set it as a front page before you can set it as a home page. Must set it as a front page before you set it as a home page. Must set it as a front page before you set it as a home page. I said it 3 times for a reason. So once you set it as a front page, your last action is to go home, and come over here to the right and choose your home page. And because you set it as the front page, you can now say, this is my home page instead of modules, and save it. So now my front page is my welcoming page with my video. And you've built your home page. And how would you turn that in? Take a screenshot of that and turn it into that particular module. I believe that is module 2.9, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Now, everything else is pretty much straightforward from here. The Caddo Commons is always over here to the right-hand side. That's further down in your modules. I want to say that's in harvesting towards the end. The reason why I'm pointing that out is because that's where our curriculum, some of our curriculum specialists will post lessons and modules and ideas for planning activities for your class. We may have some content there from our service providers, English language, ELL, English language learner department, 504, some of our Department of Exceptional Children areas, as well as teacher technology. We may put some things here. So if you will click over in Commons, I'll show you quickly where that is. For Caddo Parish. When you first click on Commons, what you're going to get initially is the Worldwide Canvas Commons, okay? If you were on the free side and you put things in Commons, we had a high school that did that, your stuff is worldwide sugar puddings, and I don't mind, because what I saw I liked, and you kind of put us on the map there. But I want to show you how to get to the Caddo Commons. So you're going to click here, and my friends know who they are. I'm so proud of you. You're doing great. Come down and click on Caddo Parish. And then you get to see what's out here. Okay, you get to see what's out here. We have a intro to Canvas for students that someone has published and has been downloaded twice. No favorites yet, but I'm sure it's going to gain some popularity. Ms. Perry has put some things here. I put an image here because a lot of people are looking for this Zoom image that we've been using, and I was asked for it. Someone in the last session asked for the leaf because they want to signify action items with leaves. I'm going to put that out there because they asked for it. And then we have things from Miss Nance. She's building her things for her science department, secondary science department. We have some home page templates here for secondary and elementary, so you can use those. But this library for Caddo Parish is going to build. Again, we're going to click here on the left side in the light blue column area on the left side under the apple. We're going to click Commons. Once you click Commons, you go to Filter, top right. Once you click Filter on the top right, you come down to the bottom and click Caddo Parish so that you are only looking at Caddo Parish material. And you have to give us time to transition from Google Classroom to Canvas. So this is going to build. This is going to build. It won't all be there by August 24th. But by the end of the first 9 weeks, when Google Classroom is disconnected, not all Google, I didn't say all of Google, I said Google Classroom. And I have to say that firmly because every in-service I have, it never fails. I get a tagged on Facebook or an email or a text message. Google's gone away. No, Google Classroom, only that one app, okay? So let me give you not an analogy, but something to help you remember. We're turning on email, Gmail, but we're turning off Google Classroom. Maybe that'll help you get it there and keep it there in the right reference. All right. So that's Caddo Commons. All right. That's Caddo Commons. That is pretty much it. All right. So on the YouTube channel, we have some videos out there. Oh, let me address this one before I start talking about videos. Those teachers of Springboard, what we've done is we are going to push the Springboard course out to the math teachers. We'll push that down to you. If all fails, we'll put it in Commons so that you could pull it in, but we're planning on pushing the Springboard course to you. We don't want you to clone it and make that your curriculum. Please don't do that because we need some of you. We need the instruction. We need the videos, okay? But the reason why that was part of our curriculum package from Springboard. So basically what that is that Teacher's Edition that has the student handouts and assessments and activities already packaged for you so that you can just copy those things from the Springboard class, because it looks like an entire class by itself, from that class to your Algebra 1 card and your geometry, your pre-calc or Algebra 2. Okay, the other videos, we already have these done. Justin Steele has done that. He has a YouTube channel. He's put them on Facebook. He's already done the document camera and the whiteboard. We have a document that shows transitioning from Google to Canvas. You can email and request that if you need it. Because the links are embedded in there. It's copyrighted and we can't move it, but they did share the document and are allowing us to continue to share the document, but we can't pull the links from the document, the videos from the links in the document. Last but not least, we have folks that have been on the free side and they need to pull their information from the free side to the Caddo side. We ask that you wait until you get your class schedule cards. Like if you're a teacher of math and you're waiting on your Algebra 1 or your Algebra 2 or your J Campus schedule cards to pop up, please wait on that because you only have one sandbox to put something into. And if you pull a course into your sandbox, you're going to pull it on top of anything that you've worked on, which is now you got to go back and erase the stuff you don't want. But I am going to put the instructions there for you. Now it wants to load the documents. Maybe they were switching over because this looks upgraded. Export, it is upgraded. So they were upgrading the community. That's why I couldn't get in earlier. And then import is here. So what that means is, and I'll walk you through that very slowly. If I had a course that I needed to pull in, okay, there's a course that I need and I had you know, an empty class to put it into. I need to go to the course on the free side, with the dark gray. I can't get any louder in here. We need you to, I'm coming to you, Ms. King, I'm coming to you. We need you to go to settings on the free side, dark gray, not this side. This is the side you import on, all right? We're gonna export the course content. That's what this document is walking you through. And you leave it on course and you create the export. And then once you create the export, there's a export, new export there where this says course export here, because I've already done it. I did it on the 27th. And you click it, and what happens is the file comes down for you to import as it has done, and this is the file extension. It only works in Canvas, okay? Import somewhere else. Again, you go to settings. Once you get to settings, you go to export. It's on the right side. When you get to export, you click create the export, leave it on course, and then it will, once you do that, you got a progress bar that runs, and it takes a minute, but it will run. And then this link becomes new export, or it'll give you a new date or something. See right here. So that's where I got new export from. And then this file is what you move to your blank Algebra 1, your blank English 1, your blank, for you elementary people, I think it says reading P2. You go to your dashboard, you go to that empty class. So I'm gonna pretend like this is one of those classes. And you go right here to import existing content. This is what the documents are taking you through. Drop this down. You want the export package. Choose the file, all content. It's in downloads. Wherever it is, third grade, right there. I'm not going to import it because I don't want to mess up my sandbox. All content, don't mess with anything else. Click import, it becomes part of this class, okay? To view the different topics, do we search for it on YouTube, Nearpod, etc. What we'll do when we get it all organized, because I know you saw all those videos and you were like, wait a minute, how am I supposed to find anything? We, on our channel, because where am I? Oh, I changed the link. You search for Caddo Teacher Tech. Please type. There we go. And then in the, you'll have a playlist here for Canvas. And then you'll also have a playlist here for the going virtual. You have another one going virtual, but there already are some here for Canvas. I believe this is the moving from Google to the ones you already posted. Yes, this is the moving from Google to Canvas videos that we could pull from moving from Google to Canvas, those videos that they would let us pull. Thank you so much for your time, and you all have a great rest of your afternoon.